welcome once again to the Homies Fantasy Football Network. We are here for our Week 1 Fantasy Football recap, so here we go. Let's talk about Week 1. Before the games even started, we saw our first trade of the league go down. It was a good trade, I feel, on both sides. It was for Cooper Kupp for Raheem Mostert. And as we'll see here in just a few minutes, that trade had some big fantasy implications for the week. Let's talk about what's going on. All right, Game 1, we had Dakota versus Matt. Now, this was a Mahomes and McCaffrey versus the world game, so I think a lot of people had Matt winning this one handily, but to our surprise, it did not go that way. 41 points for Devontae Adams. That might have been a tide turner right there. What a huge game. It looks like Dakota ended up taking Week 1 matchup with 186, nearly a fantasy football point record. Matt's 138, which I must say I'm a little bit heartbroken for him. The third highest point total of the week, and still comes away with the loss. Tragic, but that is the way the cookie crumbles. In Game 2, we had Carlos versus Schmidty. This was a battle of the running QBs. We had Kyler Murray versus Lamar Jackson. And I think the tail of the tape on this one was really the defense. A 19-point swing on defense. 10 points for Carlos and -9 for Schmidty. Kickers also had a bit to play in this with 8 points for Carlos and -1 for Schmidty. So final score there was 148 to 115. Carlos takes it, but I look for big things for Schmidty for the rest of this season. In Game 3, we had Orton versus David, a.k.a. Estrella, our little star. This one was a close match. Ultimately, I think it came down to a couple things, but most importantly, only getting 3 points from a starting running back and wide receiver combined led to a loss for David. 119 to 105. Orton takes that one. Congratulations on your Week 1 win. We'll keep watching you going forward. In Game 4, we had Will versus El Grande. This was one I had a close eye on. It was back and forth. Closest game of the week, in fact, that ended up 3 points decided. You know, sometimes a kicker makes your day and sometimes it breaks your day, and that is the tail of the tape here. 129 loss to 132 for Will. 3 points, and sorry about your kicker, Will, but waiver wires, that's what they're for. And what are we on? Game 5 here. We had Craig versus Craig's dad, father versus son, a family divided, the Civil War. Not much of a war, though, when dad failed to even have a lineup of active players, keeping Miles Sanders in the starting running back position, even though we all knew he wasn't going to play because he's injured. Really pretty much handed Craig an easy win this one, 105 to 90. Hopefully he uses that same strategy when he plays me. And finally, in the final game of the week, we had the commish, yours truly, versus Dylan. And all I have to say about this one is Josh freaking Jacobs. 35 points, are you kidding me? And then 5 points for OBJ on the commissioner side. That's what I get for drafting Cleveland Browns. So 94 to 131 loss. Not a great start for the commissioner there, but you suck it up and you move on. You look forward to Week 2. Well, good luck this week on the waiver wire. Let's have some fun. I'm looking forward to Week 2, and I just want to remind you before we go, dream big, because that's what we're here to do. Expect great things, most of you who don't have Cleveland Browns on your team. And last but not least, for all the losers of Week 1 out there like me, be strong. Take heart. It's early still. It's just Game 1. We still got a long way to go. Don't make any drastic trades or crazy moves. Hang in there. Let's see how it all pans out. Until then, good luck. We'll see you next time. Josh freaking Jacobs.